Welcome to City Gaze, the podcast where we talk glow-ups, screw-ups, and what it really means to be a city gay on the rise. I'm Jet Turner, and we're starting now.
Hey y'all, it's me, Jet Turner, here on the City Gaze podcast. Today we are going to talk everything health, manifestation, relationships, career. I'm going to talk to you all about the fact that I moved to New York City 2 weeks ago because I fell in love, and I manifested this love, and I manifested that through meditation, as well as being very clear with my health goals and having a clear sense of direction with my career as well. And I would love to just talk to you about those things for a little bit of time. And I want to get into the story of how they all come together to create this huge, beautiful story in my life that my life has completely changed. And I'm basically unrecognizable right now because of the changes I've made in my life. So 2 years ago, y'all know I was shot. And when I was shot, I realized that I wasn't happy in my life. I survived a shooting and I was 26, 6 months later after being shot. And I went on YouTube and I said, okay, how do I become wealthy? Because a huge thing for me was bills were getting paid. The money to do other stuff was not there. And my savings I'd saved up, it was starting to officially go down. So I went on YouTube and I looked up Ramit Sethi, and I was listening a lot about him, about saving money, as well as listening to people talk about living your rich life and making it happen, as well as ways to travel hack and putting yourself in that future position, like test driving a Tesla if you want to buy a Tesla to get that new life. So I thought, let me just pull in all of these thoughts. Let me pull in people's ideas on saving money, as well as having fun with money and enjoying it, and having an abundant mindset while also learning about financial literacy. Well, that was a very interesting path of learning about finances and debt, because as some of you know, the number on the debt was up to $24,000 at one point. That's while paying it off every month. So there's really no clear number. The total debt, I was paying it off. So it's could have been 30, could have been much higher than that. And I had a really great time though with the money. I went to Fire Island. I went to Aspen Gay Ski Weekend, which is actually where I met my future life partner. And I got in a huge amount of debt just going on vacation. And I love to say that I'm an experiences person. I didn't have any clothes except for a ski suit or furniture, or know of any restaurants in the area to show for this debt. It was all on vacations and 7-Eleven and a little bit of Botox and some braces, and took my sister on vacation, had a great time in New York City. On this journey of going through these gay vacations and learning about financial literacy, it was a crash course in being present in the moment and building connections with people and with myself. Psychedelics and stimulants, party drugs did have to do with this transformation. The meditation, financial literacy books had a lot to do with this transformation. And at these gay parties, I started to notice this trend that I was going into them, showing up, wanting to be the hottest version of myself, especially with the hottest gays in the whole country. I lost that part of the sentence that was with the hottest gays in the country. I wanted to be the hottest gay in the country to feel accepted. My target became that I lost the focus of connecting with the hottest gays in the country. With that came the realization that I've focused completely on the external and hadn't honed my skills on connecting with people until I found the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, as well as Logan Ury's book, How to Not Die Alone. which she says, and I think it sums up how to win friends and influence people very well. Be interested, not interesting. I was going into it wanting to be interesting, and the world let me know that this is a dance. You get to know me, and that interest in the other people is what sparks the connection with other people. And I put this into practice, immediately saw that I was able to really dig deep with people. I was able to find out more about them, learn from them, sit back, absorb that information, let that information better my life. I had so many conversations because I was looking out for that piece, that puzzle piece of being interested in other people, receiving that information, filling up my cup with their soul, their story, their 10,000 hours of life was improving my life. Spewing out information to a random gay at a party, that's information about myself I already know. Sometimes it's nice to share. I started to get so much more out of relationships and conversations in passing or on dates or with family members or friends when I stopped thinking of the next thing I was going to say, maybe even would drop the next thing I would say and just forget it completely and fully be present with the other person and hear their story. A chain effect of attracting people into my life who it took away the tension. Being interested in other people took away the tension of trying to be perfect, thinking that everyone else is thinking about me, and realizing that it's so much easier and so much more fun to be interested in someone else and hear their story and have that change your life. And I went on all these parties. I had a great time. I learned a lot about money because I realized if I want to be able to go to these parties forever, I can't always just get into 20 grand of debt and have my dad bail me out. I'm going to have to figure out a solution for this. I eventually decided that I want to go back to school to become a doctor so that because it's my passion and it pays. Being a psychiatrist, connecting with people, especially in a field that has had such a positive impact on my life, on the lives of my family members, would have had such a huge impact on my two aunts who I never met. They killed themselves, and countless I have other family members in our ancestry.com who killed themselves. And so many survivors in my family because of the healing powers of psychiatry. You're looking at it right here. This is a psychiatry success story right here. And I mean, even if it weren't for psychiatry, I don't know if my mom would have been able to make it to this point, to get here so that I could be here and I could be this successful and happy. And I'm a better person because my mom did the healing. It's generational. I got really in tune with my career. I got really in tune with the fact that I want a family. I want a partner. I want a relationship. I studied Logan Ury's book, listened to it about 4 times, How to Not Die Alone. I got myself out there. I listened to Mel Robbins. She said, be as crazy as you are, and that will weed out the people who are not meant for you. She told us to Jake Shane on the Therapist Post podcast, and the more quickly you weed out the people who are not for you, the more quickly you will attract the person that is for you. The money books that I was listening to all mentioned meditation, being in the moment, being grateful, not gossiping, choosing every moment to show up as your best self. Not what I expected from the money books. I thought S&P 500, which of course it was, and I thought cold plunge, but also even that's biohacking your brain, which is the same thing as getting on the graduated gratitude train. I believe it's called the reticular activated system. It filters your consciousness. You tell it, you consciously repeat something enough, you believe it, that will get to your subconscious, and your subconscious will make sure your reticular activated system knows that this is life or death, that I believe in my dreams, and it filters out what is not a part of that dream that you've so clearly made yourself believe, and makes opportunities for aligned action much more obvious, and you're more aware of those opportunities and blessings and miracles that come your way. And once you have that abundant energy of knowing that you're always guided, you're always supported, everything is working out for you. That's when the success happens. It's not first you become wealthy and then it's you become that calm. I like to say my phrase is teary, rejuvenated, relaxed version of myself. That's how I'm going to be when I'm wealthy and in my Malibu Beach mansion. You become that version of you. You align with that future self. You're telling your subconscious in every moment, this is who I am now. And your reticular activated system picks out every single opportunity that is aligned with that current you that you 100% believe you are. You are 100% stepping into that right now. Not what I thought I'd find from money books, but I got into meditation and I found Joe Dispenza, and he discusses you become the miracle. You become that feeling in your body of that future self you want to be. And right then and there, you win. You win. You feeling like the future you is, you've already won. I'm in a race, but I've already won, and getting there can be half the fun. And I stepped into this embodiment of myself. I got clear on the Malibu mansion. I designed it in my head. I opened myself up to the universe. I tried moving to New York City. It didn't work out. I was on a 24-hour drive back to Denver, Colorado, and I said, Jet, you need to know what you're going to be doing with your life by the end of this road trip. You have 24 hours sitting in this car. And about halfway through, an hour away from Rockford, Illinois, like 2 a.m., I realized I want to be a doctor. And now here I am. I'm studying for the MCAT. I'm taking pre-med courses. I leveled up. I saw myself as the full embodiment of myself. I see myself as the future Oprah Winfrey with a doctorate of medicine degree. Books, podcasts, movies, retreats, helping out public figures, and running a psychiatry practice. I see that. I own my home in Malibu. I feel it. I met Helen Hunt once on the beach in LA when I was 20 at a meditation on a Tinder date. I see myself dressed out in her cardigan that she was wearing in that meditation and her big, like, cool aviator glasses. I feel it. I see myself looking out. I feel teary, rejuvenated, and relaxed. I saw my dream body. I made it happen. I have my dream body now. Joe Dispenza says, I deserve love. That's the affirmation. I deserve love. Love is coming my way. Supportive people are coming my way. I don't chase. I attract. I am not forcing. I am becoming. And about 1 year ago in Fire Island, I did Molly and woke up realizing that when I was 9 years old and people told me that the message I received was I was too fat to live at this wealthy home of my mom's ex-boyfriend, and he broke up with her and kicked us out. And the message that I received was, you're too fat, you're not worthy. I shut down and I went on full airplane mode, full dissociation mode. So in Fire Island, I did a little Molly, had a great time, had been meditating all summer. I woke up and I told myself, I'm never going back to sleep. I am never losing presence in my life like that again. And I haven't. I have not lost it. And it's been amazing. And I got sober. And I decided I wanted to become a doctor. And I fell in love. And I moved to New York City. I truly see it as a result of deciding that future self of me in Malibu that I see in my meditation is 100% real. And it is right now. I am living it. And so a month ago, I'm at a gay party in Fire Island in the meat rack, not having much luck. It's almost 4 a.m. I stop myself. I say, I don't chase, I attract. I'm going to stand here and fully embody the Malibu Ken that I am right now in this Speedo with all these gays from all over the world, mostly New York, and the hottest guys can come up to me. And my boyfriend came up to me. I'd met him 2 years before at Aspen Gay Ski Weekend. And here I am, baby. New York City with my one true love. Mel Robbins says, when you ask for a sign and that sign comes true, claim it. I claim it. I wanted with all of my body, all of my heart, all of my soul to share love with someone, to have a happy home, to wake up every day and feel so grateful for where I am and to get we'll do the complaining later. I'll complain later, I promise. And I'm claiming it. I got it. This was a month ago. I never would have thought I would be here. It is 100% proof that I asked for a sign. I believed in it. I felt it. I fostered it. I took aligned action to make this happen. I made sure I was at the right place at the right time. I took care of my health and my body. I got aligned with a career path that gave me the confidence to have a sense of direction and a zest for life, knowing where I'm going. I manifested this. I meditated and I found the love of my life and I'm here. It was great. The Liz McGuire movie poster, I have it in my room, or I did when I had a room. It's in my room now. It says, the only risk in taking an adventure is not taking it at all. Emma Grede says something along the lines of, taking the risk is not the dangerous thing. Not taking a risk is the dangerous thing. And there are points where I think, what the hell did I do? And Emma Grede says that's exactly right. You're supposed to feel like that. You're supposed to feel kind of scared shitless. What the hell did I do? And I just write it out. And I feel pretty fucking good. Through the roof good. Heavenly good. I never expected that being shot would lead me to going on a bunch of gay vacations and finding out about wealth and how to create that abundant mindset through meditation and fitness. I found my mentors, Logan Ury, Mel Robbins. I took what they said to heart. I put things into practice. I went on dates. I listened to Andrew Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People and really implemented that in every conversation that I had. And my life has not stopped getting better every single day. Every single day is better. And it's just going to get better, 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 better. I believe it has to do with something Emma Grede says. And it's a very well-known statement. How you do one thing is how you do everything. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for tuning into the City Gaze podcast. It has been on my heart to discuss this with you today and to connect on here in this longer format than just a reel. Share this with someone who you think was like me as a little 14-year-old. So severely depressed that I could not get my head in a positive space. It was so negative. And I just thought, why is it so negative? And I am living proof that you are able to think to yourself, I don't know if I'll ever have another positive thought. Or I think all my thoughts are just going to be negative and I'm stuck and this is awful. This is for that person, this episode. Share this with them. Comment, ask me detailed questions about what I just said so I can go more in depth on this topic. I want to hear what you think and continue this lovely conversation. Thank you so much. I love you.